If you haven't seen my reaction / reading of the comic, make sure to check it out. I'll put it up in the cards. But what is up, SmackNPie, and welcome to probably final video on Clementine and the Walking Dead stuff for a while. So yesterday it happened, the comic dropped, everybody shared their opinions, reactions, some reviews are still coming in, and I would love to know where do you stand first of all, so make sure to let me know through your comments. But second of all, what the freak was that? Come on, Skybound Robert Kirkman, what are you doing? Tilly Walden? Listen, no toxicity here, but what the freak, man? What in the flip-flop and freaking frog was that? That was not the return. That was a return of Clementine after 2 years, after 2.5 years. This is what we got after waiting for years. Robert teased this years ago. We were hyped and excited because it was always gonna be really dangerous for you to miss the perfect ending that was set up by Telltale writers. Yo, I've been watching and playing some of Telltale games, Minecraft Story Mode, Batman Telltale, Wolf Among Us, The Walking Dead previous seasons. They were insanely underrated. It is a shame of how things came together, and it is a shame how they went bankrupt. It is a shame that their gameplay and tech didn't match the quality of the stories they were telling, but they were amazingly, insanely good. It is only now that we miss their work and we forget that we were ungrateful and unappreciative. Well, not really we were appreciative of their work, but I was appreciative of their work. But it is only now that we realize how much they were underappreciated to some extent. So where are we, ladies and gentlemen? Well, you might have already seen the comic. Clementine out of nowhere one day gets up, leaves almost without telling anyone. AJ catches her red hand, 4K. He's like, what the freak? You're leaving? You weren't even gonna say goodbye. She's all like, oh, get back, AJ, go back to school, go back to sleep, whatever. And the reason she reveals that she's leaving is because, quote, I'm not happy. What? I understand that this was a bridge. They literally said that this was the bridge between the games and comics for Clementine, but this is such a poor excuse of trying to hype up Clementine's inclusion in the comic. You could have chose any other route. If you wanted to play safe, you could have chose the events of post-season 3 and pre-season 4. If you wanted a bridge between that, you could have chose anything. You could have made the Erickson boarding school and other characters, including AJ, in some sort of accident, in some sort of tragedy that fans had to theorize on their own, like some clues given left and right, and Clementine looking at the abandoned Erickson boarding school. This is what I was theorizing. I was like, yo, everybody died. Well, at least some of them died. We don't know what happened. Maybe they left the school, maybe another commune attacked, Clementine survived, and there's nothing left at the boarding school, and now she's leaving to start a new journey. That was, back then I said, the worst case scenario, but now if you compare my story with what we got, it's like the best case scenario. But I'm pretty sure everyone have shared their opinions and thoughts. I just wanted to point out one thing. Marcus, whom I read this comic with, he shared something really good with us in that video. Again, check it out. But he said maybe one of the reasons Clementine isn't leaving is because she's feeling like she's bringing AJ down and she's bringing all the other survivors down. Now, there are some routes we can take. She basically feels like without her, AJ would be much more safer and would do better on his own. And we know that because AJ is ready to make some harsh decisions. He's a survivor. He learned from the best in the business. Clementine will learn from the best in the town, best in the world. Lee the goat. So it would have made sense if it was explained a little bit that, yo, there were some attacks happened in the past, some incidents, and some of the kids died from Erickson boarding school, which AJ could have saved, but didn't because he prioritized Clementine over them, and hence Louis or Violet died, and now she had to carry the burden, the guilt of somebody picking her over others who would have been more useful in the future for saving and protecting the school, the home. And that's why she's like, nah, this ain't it. I am being whatever. And of course she's leaving for the greater good of the school, but AJ wants to live a happy life there, and he's happy there. And Clementine is like, okay, I have to make this choice, and the choice is unfortunately, I have to leave AJ behind because he's gonna be happy here. He's gonna be a leader leading this whilst I go and do my own thing. That is the best case scenario of us trying to interpret and make the best out of the worst situation that we got. There is the universal. I haven't met a single person, and I'm telling you, I haven't seen a single comment in my videos where people would defend this atrocity. Ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. With all that said and done, ladies and gentlemen, let's do some positivity stuff here. Clementine Book 1, dropping next year, June 2022, made me super excited. Two reasons. I was already excited because it's Clementine, of course. What are you talking about? And second of all, the cover looks insanely good. Oh my god, look dark. Look at her. But the third reason is I am intrigued to see how they're gonna justify whatever the flip-flop they did. Because if you go to the thingy, of course, it's a new journey, new experience for Clementine, but also if you scroll down, it has a page count. And the page count says 256. Let me repeat myself. 256. That is no joke for a graphic novel, and it is a graphic novel, by the way. So in a sense, it makes sense for the release time. It's being this long because, of course, there are over 250 pages, and all graphic novel things are all drawn, colored, and whatnot, unlike the comic that we got. So I'm excited. We will be covering all three of them when it drops, but yo, it is a long time waiting. We'll see where this franchise goes and we'll see where these characters go. Till then, there is nothing that I can say about what has happened yesterday. Tilly Walden, again, guys, don't harass them. Please don't harass Skybound, don't harass anybody. At the end of the day, it is a fictional thing. It is a fictional character. I'm just as mad as you are. I'm just as disappointed and sad as you are. But let's keep our professionalism here. With that being said, hype for Clementine Book 1. Subscribe, follow me on Twitter and SmackNPie, and I'll see you in the next video.